Hello, everyone. Etta here. First thing I want to mention, in case you haven't kind of picked up on this, figured it out, I am. I think I'm going to give up on the idea of doing videos just on Friday and Sunday, or loading them for Friday and Sunday. I may try to load some on a Friday or a Sunday, but I don't think it's made a difference. And it sometimes causes more chaos in my work week. And sometimes I feel like my video, I did it on Monday and I'm loading it for Friday, and I almost feel like it's stale, right? Like it's too old kind of thing. So I I'm just gonna start uploading my videos possibly on the day that I do them. So I may have two videos on one day. You might not see one for 10 days. I don't know. I'm gonna try to do what I can. I'm not in the best place right now in my life, but um, that's okay. We all deal with that. We all have good times, and we go through that roller coaster. I think sometimes you may be on the good part of your life, and it feels like you're just riding that high, that you're riding that wave for a really long time, and then sometimes you get to that high and just something happens and you feel like you just go downhill for a little while, and you struggle to get back up. So I'm having one of those moments right now, and that just means I need to ask the Lord for more help, to guide me, to help me to understand what it is that I'm going through. Just whatever. Anyways, I wanted to share with you the order that I had gotten from K Scented Melts. It's been here over a week, but there were some pieces in here that one of the customs was something that my sister wanted, and so I had ordered like two custom cuts of it, one specifically for her, and then the other one was going to be for me. And I thought, okay, from the other one I'll take a couple of pieces out and send to my other sister and let her try it. So I did that, and then I had some customs based on my sister's idea. It kind of sparked another memory for me, and I thought, well, let me try. Let's see what happens with some tests that I want to do. And what I did was I sent both of my two sisters. One's an older sister, one's a younger sister. I'm the middle child. I sent them each like two pieces from the three tests that I did. I did three tests, and to see which one we liked the most. So let me just go over that, and then I'll tell you about the test so far. All right, so I've already put the little stickers on them. I received October 21st. So yeah, I mean, it's been over a week now. So I picked up another one that I had done not too on the last order, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It was the one that I think Connie had written the note that that she loved it, kind of thing, and I finally had gotten around to being able to smell it, and it smells really good. So I picked up another one in the custom cuts of leather, cashmere cedar, and cashmere clouds. I like it. I think it smells really nice. The leather is more of a smooth, soft leather because of the other scents in there. So I'm really enjoying that one. Then in the last one, I talked about, at least I think I did that video. I don't even know anymore. I had done one with leather and rosebud, and I said that it was my fault that I didn't kind of explain what I was looking for. So I tried again, although I have warmed that one some more. And it actually warms really nicely. The rose is definitely strong, but so is the leather, and it blends really well. It's not for a small area, but in an area where you want it to throw further and fill the air more, I think it does well. So, but on my second try, and I smelled it once when I got it, and I haven't smelled it since, so I'm gonna smell this one again. This time I mixed, because on the other one it was leather, rosebud, and vanilla Valentine, I think was the name. This one I did oud wood, leather, and rosebud. And I said that I kind of wanted the oud wood, because that's a Tom Ford dupe, to be like the more pronounced scent. And then I kind of wanted leather and rosebud to be more in the background. And that I wanted the leather to be slightly stronger than the rosebud, because I figured rosebud, there's a lot of rose scent. And that's kind of what my thought was in my head. Whether or not that works, I don't know. But let me smell this one again. Okay, I think I'm getting mostly oud wood. So she definitely understood the in the background. Fingers. Yeah, I'm not. When I take a deep breath, I smell the leather. And I do smell the rosebud way in the back. I actually might wind up liking both of them. There's something about the strong leather with the strong rosebud that actually I find appealing now. I thought when I smelled it on Cold Sniff, I thought, oh gosh, that's like really strong. And it is a strong scent. I do like them strong. But I don't know. There's something very appealing about it. So I'm going to let this one sit a little longer, and then I'm going to try this one. And we'll see which one I like the most. Let's see. Are these this is part of the test. Some other tests that I did also. I picked up a second bag of this one. This one was another one that I guess it was Connie that had commented that it smelled really good, and I thought it smelled really good also. So I went ahead and picked up another bag in hopes of leaving this one maybe until spring. And it was a combination of almond, Egyptian musk, and hibiscus palm. I think this one for the springtime will be awesome. Love that one. So I'm going to do that one. Oh, here's the little, I knew there was a thing in here. Oh, she said, thanks, Etta. I sure hope they are the same as before, because on like that one that I just said, and wasn't there another one? Oh, the leather, cashmere, cedar, and cashmere clouds. She said, I hope that, they came out the same. And that there's a couple of testers. And then on one of the tests, I'll tell you when I get to it. So I picked up another 8-ounce custom cut of apple butter frosting. It does smell fantastic, and I wanted to give my second bag time to cure so that I'd be able to use that like in December, January, February kind of thing. So did that. Let's see. I think that's it for the box, because I think it was all custom cuts that I got. Tester. Okay, so here's the one. Well, I'll do that. I'll do my sister's after. All right, so they have a new scent. Well, I think it was, I don't know if it was in the new section or it was just new, relatively new since the last time I had looked. Called Frosted Winter Berry. I had gotten it in the clamshell. When I opened up Frosted Winter Berry and smelled it, I was like, that is one of the notes in Winterberry apple tea. Absolutely got to be one of the notes. The winterberry, I would say the winterberry part, right? So Frosted Winter Berry. So I tried mixing it with some things to see if I can get it closer to Winterberry apple tea. So I had said, let me make sure I said the right thing when I did. Yes. Okay, so I had wanted to mix Frosted Winterberry, Earl Grey and Apple, and Frosted Cranberry. And they have had a rough couple of weeks. I probably shouldn't even have placed this order when I placed the order because Carla was going through something very personal, and I'm sure most of you already know, but and then I think Connie was trying to hold down the fort, and here I am sending them a bunch of stuff, so this is completely my fault. But on the blend, the little sticker says Earl Grey tea, so it wasn't the Earl Grey and apple that I was trying to test. So it didn't like winterberry apple tea, so there was no apple, right? So frosted winterberry, Earl Grey tea, and frosted cranberry. Because if you look at the scent notes to winterberry apple tea, it does say that it has cranberry in it. So it smells really good. It's missing the apple. I'm still thinking it's going to be perfect. It's going to be great. I can always add my own little bit of apple when I go to warm this, right? I can add a little sliver of an apple scent in there and see if it comes out the same. So not upset, just saying it, was missing one of the scents. Then I tried it twice. And on the second one, I said frosted winterberry and honey apple champagne. And in the notes to them, I said, testing this right now. I had it going in the warmer on my desk that day when I was placing the order. And I said, testing this right now seems really close to winterberry apple tea, but missing tea, right? Because it was honey apple champagne. The honey apple champagne, I don't really get any kind of fizzy from, the bubbly. I don't. And if you look at the notes, it does say it has honey in winterberry apple tea. So I thought it was extremely close. I just wasn't picking up the little bit of tea that I do get in winterberry apple tea. So I said missing the tea, and I think a little extra spice. Like I find winterberry apple tea to have kind of this spice to it, which I wasn't getting as much of it with the blend I was doing. Maybe I had too much honey apple champagne. Maybe I needed more of the frosted winterberry. I don't know. And I said, wondering what white tea would do. Also think it might need a touch more of like clove and cinnamon. That's all that in the notes. So Connie said, I'm guessing this is Connie that said this. She said, we added a new oil we hope you like it. And it's hot cranberry tea. So instead of just frosted winterberry and honey apple champagne, they thought, because they probably know from the other one having the cranberry, they tried hot cranberry tea. So frosted winterberry, honey apple champagne, and hot cranberry tea, which is a new oil. Now, like I said, it's been sitting, I guess, maybe about 10 days now. Very nice, but too much cranberry. Yeah. I think the frosted winterberry is the predominant scent in the winterberry apple tea. I may try it one more time, and this time do frosted winterberry, honey apple champagne, and white tea, and maybe try to come up with the actual percentage, because I don't get a ton of tea scent from winterberry apple tea, but I do get it, and I do get the little bit of the apple. I personally don't get a lot of cranberry. I wouldn't even have known that it was in there. I just would have assumed it was part of the winter berries. This smells good. I just don't think it smells like winterberry apple tea. So that cranberry oil, that hot cranberry tea oil, seems like it's a very powerful oil. Because I am getting quite a bit of that in here. Excuse me. So, all right. Oh my goodness. I think in the samples they sent me were samples I had already gotten before, possibly even in the last one. Too bad I didn't make my coffee already. I need some coffee right now to sip on. Because I did get Sherlock Study. I didn't unwrap these before. Oh, this one, she did say that I think 2 of them were samples. Oh, testers, I'm sorry. Ooh. Ooh, I can't wait to, I didn't even smell this one. I hadn't unwrapped it. Palo Santo and Topaz. So it says woody, powdery clean with soft fruit and floral. Oh. I'm trying to hold it where you can see it. Pretty little like maple leaf. Oh, that smells good. Oh, yeah. I get like a body care kind of scent to it. That is really pretty though. Ooh, and I do get the woodsy, powdery clean. I get like a bath product scent. That is really nice. And I think this is not the other tester because I had this one last time too. And that is Havana Cigars, which I thought smelled really, really good. Maybe this one was this a tester? Okay. All right, well, she said Egyptian Musk and Palo Santo Topaz are both testers, but this says Egyptian Amber. So, although the back says tester scent. Okay, so Egyptian Amber, which definitely seems like my kind of thing. Do I not use Egyptian? What do I use that has Egyptian? Sorry. I know I've used Egyptian before. I must use Egyptian Musk before. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm feeling like I've used that before, but maybe it was Egyptian Musk, or I'm looking through. Yeah. Okay, the one with the almond. I was like, I know I've seen that before. Yeah, the one with the almond is almond, Egyptian musk, and hibiscus palm. So I have done Egyptian musk. So Egyptian amber is the tester scent. Okay. I got all confused there. She confused me. Oh my goodness, this is great. I don't know what it's going to do on warm, but gosh, that's definitely something that I would love. I could see me putting this in blends. I could see me doing this one by itself. Oh my goodness. Doesn't say anything about like what the possible blend is, or if it's a single oil. I don't know, but wow. Egyptian Amber on cold is an absolute winner. Winner. At least in my mind. All right. Now, for the rest of the stuff that I got. My sister's blend. She wanted to name it. So, she wanted to name it. She named it Twisted Sisters by L&C. I said I have an older sister and a younger sister, Bessie and Elizabeth. So we are the Twisted Sisters, and L&C are the first letters of our parents' names. So we've been twisted by our parents, obviously. Of course, many of us have. So Twisted Sister is Prince Albert, Cafe Latte, and Palo Santo. And I understand every scent, why she chose those scents, and it came out really, really good. I would say, I don't know if Bessie agrees, because Bessie and I don't always smell everything the same, but I get a very coffee-forward scent from this. Very coffee-forward for me. With background maybe of the Prince Albert and the Palo Santo. But that's okay with me, because I love coffee. So I'm interested to know, Bessie, what was the coffee forward for you, or do you pick up something else more than those two, or more than that? Trying to see, did I go through all this? Yes. Okay. And then the last one was because of Bessie. She sparked some memories for me, and I realized my husband's the one that pointed it out to me. He's like, you left the S off. I realized I did, huh? Because I did name it, and I said I gave the name and test 1, the name, test 2, the name, test 3. And when I sent it to my sisters, I sent them as test number 1, number 2, and number 3. I didn't say what the name was, and I didn't tell them what was in the blends either. So my sister, who, kind of named it us Twisted Sisters by LNC, you start thinking about your childhood and, just different things. And I have wooden pieces that were handed down to me, like as we were growing up, we'd say, I want that, or I want that. We never fought over anything. Like if my sister said, I want the whatever in the China hutch, I was like, okay, she said it first, it's hers, right? Well, I was like the first person to say, I want the bar. I wanted my dad's bar. And it was a bar that was made in Honduras. And it was by, even when I say it to this day, I leave the S off. And some of that is just when you're talking, sometimes, like you just don't pronounce every little thing, right? So all the pieces were like made of gorgeous wood, mostly mahogany. And they were called las, but I would say la monjitas, right? The nuns. And I don't know that they made it or they were just in charge of it. I don't know. I was too young really to know, and I never really asked, but it was always, this came from la monjitas. See, I say la monjitas, but technically it's las monjitas. I just tend to leave the S off of las. And I did when I named the blends. So Bessie and Elizabeth, if you're watching this, that's what it was supposed to be. Las monjitas. So test number 1 was, and again, all the furniture, all the wooden plaques, all the things that we had in our home that came from Las Monjitas. You have that beautiful mahogany wood smell. So Las Monjitas 1 was tobacco leaf and amber, mahogany teak wood, and earth and oak. So I don't know why I'm going to smell it. I already know what it smells like. So, you can see that it's missing some pieces from the cut, and that's because I sent some to my sisters. It's funny. My husband says he picks up a soapy smell from earth and oak. We know it's earth and oak that he's getting that from. And I'm like, I can kind of see that, but until he said that, I didn't really get like a soapy note. I just get like this gorgeous soft wood kind of note from it. And but he left that in my head now. So tobacco leaf and amber, mahogany teak wood, and earth and oak. That was number 1. Test number 2. So Elizabeth and Bessie, if you're watching this is how you're finding out what's in it. Although Elizabeth had already asked me about number 1. So I'd already told her. Number 2, Las Monjitas, number 2 is tobacco leaf and amber, mahogany teak wood, and flannel. So instead of the earth and oak, I tried flannel, thinking, okay, it might give it, I don't know, more of a fall scent, more of a, to go with the wood. I will say, I like both so far, 1 and 2. But I'm going to tell you some of the results, I guess, of the... And then Las Monjitas 3 is mahogany teak wood, Prince Albert, and earth and oak. I love that earth and oak. I love earth and oak. Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. I hadn't smelled this one in over a week. It smells better now than it did before. Okay, Bessie. All right, so initially I told Larry I love number 1, and number 2 and number 3, I'm not as crazy about it. I love number 1. Larry was like, I like number 2, the one with the flannel. Probably because he gets the soapiness from the earth and oak. So he's like, I like number 2. Bessie sends me a text. She doesn't know what it's supposed to be, what's in them or whatever. And she's like, I think I like 1 and 3 and not so much 2. Kind of laughed. I'm like, I like 1, Larry likes 2, and you like 1 and 3. And then my sister Elizabeth texted me and she's like, all right, what is in number one? She's like, it smells really good. And she says, we're warming it, or we warmed it today or something. And then she came back and said, Jason, who is her husband, Jason said that so far that's his favorite. And I don't know if he meant from the three testers or from the different scents maybe she's been warming. And I was like, well, it's a manly scent. I tend to think not all men love manly scents, but I feel almost like there's a general consensus that kind of like cologne, right? They tend to like men's cologne. I digress. But so she said, so I told her what was in number one, and I told her the name or whatever. And I'm smelling number three now, Bessie, and wow, I do like number three also. Okay, so I would have to say at this point, after 10 days or so, my favorite is probably still number one, followed extremely closely by number three. And I don't know, maybe after warming, I may decide I like number three more. All right, so Bessie, Elizabeth, if you're watching, I don't think she watches the videos. My nephew Nathan does though, which is her son. For Las Monjitas, after smelling 1, 2, and 3, outside of maybe which one is your favorite, which one do you think would represent Las Monjitas the most? 1, 2, or 3? And I probably would reorder at least 1 and 3 based on cold. Maybe 2 for Larry, although I may wind up loving number 2 on warm. I'm not a huge flannel lover, so that might be why it's not my favorite. But in terms of getting the name Las Monjitas, which one do you think? Which one do you think? And maybe we'll come to a general consensus. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed. That's my not really quick video on my case scented melts, and I hope that you enjoyed. I hope to see you soon. Not sure when the next video will be, but until then, enjoy your day, enjoy your scents, and try to enjoy that journey. Talk to you later. Bye.